The color wheel is a fundamental tool for understanding color relationships. It's a circular arrangement of colors based on their spectral order. This visual representation helps us understand how colors interact, mix, and create harmony or contrast. At the heart of the color wheel lie the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. These are the foundation upon which all other colors are built. They are unique because they cannot be created by mixing other colors. Secondary colors emerge from mixing two primary colors in equal proportions. Red and yellow create orange, yellow and blue produce green, and blue and red combine to form violet. These secondary colors occupy positions on the wheel between the primaries that create them. Tertiary colors result from mixing a primary color with an adjacent secondary color. For instance, red and orange yield red, orange, yellow, and green produce yellow, green, and blue and violet create blue, violet. These tertiary colors bridge the visual gap between primary and secondary hues. While the color wheel offers a valuable two-dimensional representation of color relationships, it's important to acknowledge the limitations of this model. The color sphere provides a more comprehensive understanding of color by incorporating a third dimension, lightness or darkness. Imagine the color wheel as the equator of a sphere. As we move toward the north pole of this sphere, colors become lighter, culminating in pure white. Conversely, as we descend towards the south pole, colors darken, eventually reaching pure black. This three-dimensional model, the color sphere, allows us to visualize not only hue and saturation, but also the value or lightness of a color. It illustrates the infinite gradations of color that exist between the purest hues and their lighter and darker variations. To effectively work with color, it's crucial to understand its three main characteristics: hue, value, and intensity. These elements provide a framework for describing and manipulating color in various applications. Hue refers to the pure state of color, often associated with its common name, such as red, blue, or green. It's the most basic characteristic of color, allowing us to differentiate one color from another. Value, also known as lightness or darkness, describes the relative brightness of a color. It represents the amount of light reflected by a color, ranging from pure white, highest value, to pure black, lowest value. Intensity, also referred to as saturation or chroma, measures the purity or brilliance of a color. High-intensity colors appear vibrant and pure, while low-intensity colors appear muted or grayed. Section 4. The language of lightness. Understanding the level system. The level system is a numerical scale used to classify the lightness or darkness of a color, providing a standardized language for discussing hair color. This system typically ranges from 1 to 10, with 1 representing the darkest black and 10 representing the lightest blonde. Understanding the level system is essential for hair colorists to accurately identify a client's natural hair color and determine the appropriate level of lift or deposit needed to achieve the desired result. It provides a common language for communication and ensures consistency in color formulation and application. For example, a level 4 would indicate a dark brown, while a level 8 would represent a light blonde. Hair color products often use this numbering system to indicate the resulting level of lightness after application. Section 5. The power of opposites, complementary colors, and their effects. Complementary colors are pairs of colors that sit directly opposite each other on the color wheel. These pairings, such as red and green, blue and orange, or yellow and violet, create the strongest visual contrast and impact when placed side by side. When complementary colors are mixed, they neutralize each other, resulting in a neutral gray or brown. This neutralizing effect is particularly useful in color correction, where unwanted tones can be neutralized by using their complementary counterparts. For example, to counteract unwanted brassiness in blonde hair, a colorist might use a toner containing violet pigments, the complement of yellow. Similarly, green concealer can be used to neutralize redness in the skin. Section 6. Creating color. The role of pigments. Pigments are the building blocks of color, responsible for absorbing and reflecting specific wavelengths of light. They are the substances that give color to paints, dyes, inks, and even natural objects like flowers and fruits. Different pigments have different chemical compositions, which determine the wavelengths of light they absorb and reflect. For instance, chlorophyll, the pigment responsible for the green color of plants, absorbs most wavelengths of light except green, which it reflects back to our eyes. Understanding the properties of pigments is crucial in various fields, including art, design, and cosmetics. By manipulating pigments, we can create a vast spectrum of colors and achieve specific visual effects.